Historically, we've always sort of been driven by our Salvadoran partners in terms of what role we play and what issues to address. I would say our role is to look at U.S. policy when possible in regards to El Salvador or Salvadoran immigration, and to try to change that policy or make that policy more in line with our own values.
One thing that I saw shared during some of the protests over the summer of the Black Lives Matter movement was encouraging white protesters to essentially form a shield or a wall, both due to being less likely to be dehumanized, due to not being the people that the protest was necessarily for. So therefore, the white protesters would basically form the outside and the first people to make eye contact before someone was going to pepper spray or shoot a rubber bullet, and hopefully incur benefits from that. And I can definitely see parallels when actions needed in El Salvador to that sort of action.
I think there's a real need for a lot of advocacy and speaking out on immigration issues in this country. And I'd love to see us, in terms of leverage our privilege and finding ways to acknowledge it and try to diminish it too, to take the route that we took with the sistering movement and, sort of raise Salvadorians who are here in this country to leadership in creating ways for that advocacy. Dennis's point about that we have inside stories of what drives migration from our brothers and sisters in their communities is really important, and we can help to tell those stories. But I also think we need to know how we can be best useful in that struggle.
We're going to have to meet the challenges ahead with, much creativity, a lot of new hands helping, particularly younger people from communities here in the U.S., college students, those who care about Latin America, those who care about, El Salvador in particular, Salvadorans who are fighting, to remain in the U.S., those that are just arriving and will eventually live in our communities.
I think the question about privilege is, as white USers, is really important to look at. Obviously, white people are treated differently in El Salvador, and the fact that we have Salvadoran members of our committees is really important. And I think that is something that we could work more on. And when we have delegations, if possible, include Salvadorans.
So we have aging committees. I mean, the old structure of the 13 or 14 committees are still around. We're all getting pretty old, so in the last 2 years, we've had a big influx of national members like Bill, who came out of the popular education things, which has been the one thing that we've done in the last 5-6 years that has really helped bolster the U.S. side. It's really great, we had 2 board members right away from that same group you were in, Bill, after that meeting in Chicago. Was amazing.
And it will be nice if we can invite people who are not in the network to listen and be part and see if they would like to participate. And maybe, I don't know how possible will be that to have this kind of meeting, not only with the staff in El Salvador, but it will be nice if we can have some members of the community sharing with us what are their conditions, what is the situation, what are the problems that they have, to motivate people to get involved in the United States. And listen to those who are affected directly, I think will also be a way to impact the communities in here.
There is a couple in our group that's the husband is from El Salvador and actually has family in Arcatao, and then he married a woman from Wisconsin, and now they live in Madison. And they were in Arcatao. He was visiting family, and in the Historical Memory Museum, they saw a picture of Madison Arcatau Sister City Project and read about the solidarity between Madison and Arcatau, and they went, "What?" They did, because they found out about it in Arcatau, not in.
Oh,
wow.
That's so nice.
But
Yeah.
I just want to say that they are very active members, and they have, you know, a really heartfelt connection to Arcatau and to the sister cities, and it's really revitalized our group. And I just keep thinking that that's going to be a really important piece going forward, is to be connecting with Salvadorans that live here.